Hey, it's your girl Barbie J here, and we are talking about Tyler Perry's The Oval Season 2, Episode 20, The Skies Have Eyes. That's right, that's what the title is, and we did hear it mentioned one time at the end from General Martin. But anyway, before we get started, shout out to everybody in my comment section. Shout out to all my subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you for holding my channel down. I love you. I appreciate you. Let's keep those comments coming. Now, let's jump into this episode. I have a lot of notes, so y'all have to forgive me. But it starts off with Jason. He had the knife. He came from under Ellie's bed. He had the knife and he had it to her throat. And he's telling her she better not scream. And she's like, I'm not going to scream. I'm not going to scream. She did some good acting. Her ass was crying. She was scared. You know, and he said, you know my name? And she's like, yeah. What's my name? Jason. Everybody knows who you are. You're the president's son. So she tries to seduce him in some type of way, and that was smooth. She was good with that. She did the seducing. You want to have sex with me? No, I don't want to have sex with you. You have sex. You slept with my father. And she's like, well, you ever kiss a girl before? You want to kiss me? You want to kiss me? And she's like, look at me. Look at me. Look at me. And I guess she had those bedroom eyes or something because he looked at her. My nose itch. And they start kissing. And she's kissing him and stuff. And she flips him back on his back. And the knife falls out of his hand. She lets it out of his hand. Well, it don't fall out of his hand. But she grabs it out of his hand after she's kissing him and everything. And he was feeling it because she could feel that he was hard on her. So she got the knife, but I knew she wasn't going to keep control because Jason's strong. He crazy. Crazy people are strong. If you don't know that crazy people are strong, go run into a crazy damn person and fight them. You will lose, okay? I know a lot of crazy people, I'm telling you. They got strength unbelievable. And anyway, so then he gets the knife. She gets the knife from him, and then he flips her over some kind of way because she was trying to hold it, and he flips her back, and I guess the knife falls or whatever, and he's like choking her. He choked her out. She's like, she cried, and all of a sudden out of nowhere comes what's his name? Alan. Pop! Hit him over the head with a damn guitar. Who got a guitar? Bling, bling, bling. A guitar saves the day, I tell you. So he hits him. He don't know who it is. Damn, Ellie, who's this guy now? Who you with? He's so self-absorbed. He doesn't even know who the guy was. He just like, you gonna just hit some stranger, and he didn't care. And so he don't want to know who it is. And she's trying to say, you gotta see who it is. Look at who it is and stuff. And he's just fussing at her, and she's like, God damn it, let who it is. He's like, who's this one? And he looks at him and he's like, oh shoot, how'd he get in here? You fucking him too? And then I said, oh my God, I just could not with Alan at that moment. Did it look like that's what they were doing? Really? Really? You should know your girl. She don't go that way. She don't be bringing them home, okay? And so she's like, she wants him to call. She gonna call Hunter. He's like, no, don't call Hunter. Here we go, self-absorbed. If you call him, I'm gonna get in trouble. They gonna put me in jail. They gonna do this to me. Me. That's all Alan cared about. Her ass just almost got raped, and you sitting there going, but what about me? That's how much you hate me? That's what you want to do to me? Me. I was like, oh God. So he finally said, I'll call Donald. He called Donald. Donald don't want to answer the phone because Donald too busy wanting to know what's going on with Lily. And Lily coming there, she was looking fly. I was like, I'm dating myself with the fly. But she was working that outfit. Lily had on, I was like, I would love that outfit. I know I can work that one. And she got a phone call from the first lady. She want her to come over and bring a couple of outfits. She got to have this event. She got to go see her dad and then some kind of event or something. And I'm like, really? And Lily was like, really? Didn't you just talk about my trashy clothes before? And then when Donald asked Lily what's up, and Lily told him she have an appointment, she looked nice, and that he told her she looked nice. And then she told him she had an appointment at the White House with the president. He's like, what that bitch up to now? What is that bitch up to? And I was like, everybody saying the same thing. Like, what's she up to now? Why is she calling her? So, he wants to know what she was doing. She had a late night and she's like, yeah, I met some man. I was trying to find another man to mess with and all this stuff with any luck. And they just had that little banter back and forth. And Donald's phone is ringing and he won't answer. Lily keep telling him to answer it. So when she finally walks away from him, he finally answers the phone to him. What does this kid want? And Alan is stuttering. Donald, something happened. And I'm like, get it out. Damn, you soft. And Donald's like, could you please just use your words? Use your words. I said, damn. I felt the same way though. So he finally tells Donald what happened. And Donald's like, what? And he's like, okay, give me your address. Don't leave there. Hang around. He calls Kyle and he's giving him all this instructions and stuff over there. Oh, first he asked him to check the pulse. And he said, check his pulse. And he's like, go over there, Ellie, check his pulse. Now, you already checked before. Why you can't check it now? Ellie's like, no. He's like, look, she is stupid. Like Donald's like, she's dumb. Just you go over there. I'm talking to you. And he goes over there and check it. Yeah, he alive. Okay, you stay right there. Don't move. What's the address? Then he calls Kyle. And Kyle asks him to give him something like a 4-mile radius or something. I don't know what that meant, But I think it has something to do with that phone because, and he tells him where to meet him because then when Ellie keeps saying, I want to call the president, and he's like, oh, you feeling real good. You think that's all great. You just big and bad. You want to let everybody know your power. No, I was like, this ain't the time for that shit, Alan. So, but her phone won't work. So I guess that's what that 4-mile radius he said to give him. But how does Kyle have power to do that if he ain't at the White House no more? Who has the power to do that is my question at this point. Anyway, then they show Priscilla. She's in the bed freaking out and crying and stuff. And she calls General Martin and she tells him she don't want to go into work. And he's telling her, she said it's so hard to look at her. I want to kill her. And she's sitting there. He's like, calm down, telling her to breathe. And then she sees the news that Diane Wilmot was found dead in her apartment by a relative. And she's like, oh my God. Oh, that's my friend. Oh God, what am I going to do? I can't do it. He's like, get it together, damn it. He's like, pull yourself together. I'm going to need you more than ever now. Now, why you call that man and get him involved, and then he tells you he gonna need you, and you flipping out? Really, Priscilla? Really? Anyway, you know what? By the way, I saw that. I hate to switch the subject, but I saw what was it? Respect, and I saw Donald in it. Donald in there playing Smokey Robinson. Did y'all all see it? I was cracking up. I said, oh shit, there go Donald playing Smokey Robinson. Okay, now flip back. Sorry, y'all. So then, what happened? They show Nancy and she bringing Richard a cup of coffee. Richard, stop acting like a child. My God. She was like, I don't want any coffee. She said, Richard, you have coffee every morning here. Well, I don't want it this morning. I said, sit your ass there and be mad. You can't change nothing. Just be mad, okay? Damn. And so then he goes, how much that hurt me? I can't. And she said it hurt him to hear that and stuff. And she's like, I can only imagine. He admits how much it bothered him. And she's telling him it bothered me too. She said, it's terrible. And you can't make me feel any worse than I feel right now. She said, or that I already do. Because she said, I can't say sorry. I can say a million times sorry. And for what? And he said, oh, words don't mean anything. That's just words. She said, is it? She said, every time you were sick, I was right there taking care of you, making sure you okay. She said, that was saying I'm sorry. She said, the food on your table when you get home from work, that was saying you hot food. I'm sorry. She was like, she said, what was the last thing? Having sex anytime, anywhere, any place, any way you want. That was my way of saying sorry. She said, I never complained once. You ain't never heard me complain once. I never did. She said, because I felt bad for what I did to you. I hurt because you were the man I love. And he go, is that the reason you stopped going to the family reunion? And she said, yes, it is. She said, because I couldn't stand seeing you and him together in the same place. And I was like, wow. She said, I have given you all that I got to give, whether you forgive me or not. She was like, well, I can't do nothing else. I can't give no more. And as they talking about this, Ruth walks in. They jump up like, what the bleep bleep? What's she doing up in here? And she come in there asking about how to get barriers. And Rich is like, you better get the freak up out of here. And she said, what did she say? For not come back. Oh, and she told them not to come back. Not to come back to the what is that, the Rakatucci place or whatever, the compound or whatever. Don't be asking about Callie. Well, where's Callie? Where is she? She with me. She's fine and stuff. And they like, they have brainwashed you. And she's like, the white man has brainwashed you. And she said, please stop coming or we will all die. We will all die. Ones who run me, he said, oh, those are ones who run me off the road. I'm coming back. She's like, no, do not come back. And he said, are you scared? She said, no, I love the highest. Do not come back or bring the government with you, or we will all gladly go to the Rock. I said, the Rock? Only thing I could hear about, I go to the Rock. Do, you know that church song? I go to the Rock. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But then when Ruth was leaving, she whispered something. And I was like, what is she saying? And I didn't hear it. And I played it back like 3 times. I couldn't understand it. But then Nancy and them said, what? She wants out? And he said, I'll call Sam. But when he called Sam, was too busy. He was dealing with that issue at the White House with, whatever. But anyway, so they show Kareem asleep and he's in Sharon's room. I can't take him. And she wants to get up and he's like, no, you need to rest and get your rest. And she said, this is not me. That's not who I am. He said, don't you want to get some rest? You need to get rest. He said, because when we get married, you're going to be resting all the time. She was like, what? Like, I was like, Negro, are you saying she going to be in the house barefoot and pregnant? What are you saying? Because we know you got a kid that you ain't paying no attention to right now. We ain't seen you or with him or heard you talk about him. So what you saying to her? When we get married, I'm like, what? And she was like, he said, then you could stay home and be home. And she's like, hold up, you the main one always complaining about money and stuff is said. And he said, no, that's when I found the right person and then you could just spend it all up. I said, please. She said, he said, my fiance, she said, I'll see about that. He said, okay, I ain't gonna push you. You are being pushed, okay, Kareem, and you're making me nauseous. So her phone rings. He don't want her to answer. No, get rest. See, he's scared of somebody who care about her. You don't want nobody to care about her. Did you think to call her sister and tell her she in the hospital, Kareem? Dumbass. Did you call him? Did you call her family and tell them she in the hospital? No, he didn't. So her phone is ringing. He don't want her to answer. She's like, look, it's in. Let me get it. I get it myself. And then he's like, no, here. That fool pulled her phone out of his chair, which means, why does he have her phone? When she was brought in there, I'm sure her phone and stuff was in a bag somewhere. Maybe. You know how they put all your belongings together? How was her phone? You done went in her pocketbook, if her pocketbook was with her, and got her phone out and got it by your chair, which means you was going through it or something. I don't like Kareem. I don't care who don't like it. I don't like his ass. Okay, so anyway, it was the president, and he invites her to a private tour of the White House, and she's saying she can't come right now. When did he want that? And she was like, he's like, well, as soon as possible. She said, well, he said, you don't sound excited. She said, because I've been in an accident. He said, oh, I hope you're feeling better. Is there anything I could do for you? She's like, no, I'm okay. Did you get hurt? No, I'm fine. I thought she was going to say, I lost my baby. No. So then Kareem is like, what? Who was that? She's like, the president. The president of what? He like, the president of what? She's like, of the United States. The United States of what? And she's like, what? You know him like that? No. And she tells what happened, how she gave the phone number and he called and how did you get it and all that stuff. He's like, I don't like that. He pushing up on you like you in the club. And like, I wouldn't call him back. He weird. She said, because he gave me his private number. And she said, I know. It is weird. I'm not coming. I said, please. When he was giving her the number, she was like, she was all giggling. Now all of a sudden she got damn common sense. Now it done sunk in that he crazy. Anyway, what else? Then as Victoria meets Hunter in the dining room after she was questioning the maid if she seen Jason. Was Jason's bed made? Or messy? Did you make up his bed? No, it was already made. She knew he wasn't there or something. He didn't sleep in his bed. So she walks into the dining room and there go what's her name? There go Hunter and Priscilla. And Priscilla asked her if she wanted any breakfast, and she said, well, who's cooking it? And she said that she told him who was cooking it. And Hunter's like, are you worried about being poisoned, dear? She need to be. And she was like, do you know where Jason is? No, I don't know where. She calls. She's like, why don't you call Secret Service and ask what it was? She calls and asks for Sam. Just because Priscilla's there, she asks for Sam. And looks, and what happened? She says, okay, when he gets in, have him see me. So she hangs up and walks over and sit down. And Hunter's like, there is 97 goddamn Secret Service people on the premises. You asked me, 97 agents. You asked for Sam. Really? Really? So Priscilla says, he's my guy. And Hunter says, remind me to give him a raise. And she said, as Priscilla was exiting out, because she looked at Priscilla when she said, he's my guy. And she walked out. And he said, you know he doesn't like you. He's not interested in you. He's not attracted to you. She said, a stiff dick don't lie. And he said, neither does a limp one. And she said, that's what I'm saying. He said, no, it's my point exactly, because it's only limp when it comes to you. I said, damn, they was like jabs. They was doing digs at each other and jabbing each other. I was like, oh, snap. And she said something about the blue. Yeah, right. You need that little blue pill. He said, only when it's with you. I said, oh my God. They were just going back and forth. So Priscilla comes back with Sam, and Hunter says, you know, he's really short with him because he realizes that she's attracted to Sam. Now, first he told about giving him a raise. Then he insults her. Oh, you really short, like real short, like Munchkin short. I say, damn. And Priscilla looked like she was laughing, cracking up. Victoria was like, stop it, Hunter. Stop it, Hunter. Don't do that, Hunter. And Sam just standing there like a fool because now the president knows. And stop it, Hunter. So... Sam, can you find out where my son is? He hasn't slept in his bed. He said, okay, I'll go find out. And Hunter asked, are you fucking my wife? I said, wow. Sam was like, he didn't even say sir. He's like, are you effing my wife? And he looked at him and says, he didn't answer, Priscilla. And Priscilla was like, oh my God. And he turned to Priscilla, do you know if he's effing my wife? And she's like, no, I do not. Can I get you anything else, sir? A new wife. Sorry, I can't help you with that. He said, ma'am, can I get you anything? No, I don't want anything. She's like, so she leaves. And they left Sam standing there looking like a fool. So then Kyle shows up at the apartment where Donald told him to show up. And he gets in there and he's asking Alan what happened, you know. And Alan's like, he didn't tell you. He said, I wouldn't be asking you what happened if I knew what happened. You know, but maybe you would be, Kyle. Maybe you would. So Donald shows up later. You know, Kyle is like, this is jacked up right now. But at no time are they saying, I didn't know who he was when I hit him. I hit him with a guitar, but I didn't know who he was. I just saw a man on top of her. That's all they had to say. Instead, they was like, they just keep saying they hit him. I hit him, but I didn't know who he was. Clear yourself, you know, defend yourself in a honest way or something. I don't know. That's what I was thinking. Anyway, so when Donald comes and Donald tells him, get the damn bag, the garbage bag, the laundry bag here. You're going to put that body in there. You're going to take him back to the White House. Sir, everybody's coming into work. I know that. And that's what you're going to do, just that. And he told him to dress undercover, you know, like, I guess like a regular person, I don't know. Anyway, so he's putting him in the bag and he's telling Alan, help me get him in the bag. Donald leaves. Oh, but before Donald leaves, he looks at both of them and he's like, you get dressed, go to work, and not a word about this. Understood? And he's like, yes. He's like, understood, looking at Ellie. She's like, you know, it's like, oh my God, come on, Ellie. Have some, well, she did almost get raped or choked. She almost got killed. It ain't even rape. She almost got killed. And then Sam they show Sam going off on Alonzo because no one seems to know where Jason is. They don't know where he is. Sir, he's just very aloof. He got away. He said, God damn, that means y'all can't, all of y'all in here, y'all can't watch. Everybody get up, check the cameras, get up and go and search the place. Everyone find him right now. I said, oh, you getting tough because it's the first lady asked you? Is that why? Because shit, Hunter sure didn't. Hunter didn't care. And that's what she told Hunter. You don't give a damn about our son. Stop acting like you care. Richard, what's his, Richard, as he tried to call him, Sam told him he was busy at the White House with an issue. And they still in the hospital, but poor Nancy. Nancy always yell, well, what happened? Well, what's going on? Well, who's that? And he looking at him like, we can't tell you what's going on at the damn White House. She's like, okay, I just asked. But you always just ask and you know the answer after 25 years. He can't tell you what's going on. Come on now. So Nancy's like, I hope Callie is all right. And Barry speaks and says something. I said, what? I ran that back again 3 times. Couldn't hear what Barry said. Whatever. I guess it didn't matter. So he said he doesn't remember much of what happened, and how his head keeps hurting and stuff. But then all of a sudden he says he remembers he saw his daughter. He said, I saw my daughter. I think I saw my daughter. And he's like, what happened? And he said, they drugged you. Who drugged you? Those rackadoochies and stuff. So he was like, was I dreaming? Did I see my daughter? And he was like, you probably did. So he keep trying to get up. Oh, knows it. He keep trying to get up. And Richard's telling him, no, relax. Nancy went out to get the doctor. So they never came back. So I don't think they ever showed them again. But then Blakely confronts Bobby after he pulls up and stuff. She get on my nerves and stuff. And they're talking and she's saying, I'm a real patriot. He said, oh, she said, this is my country too and stuff. He said, oh, you a patriot, huh? Yeah, I'm a real patriot and stuff. And she said, you sure you didn't get followed, because, he was asking, can we trust this guy that you're talking about? And I think that was General Martin. And she said, yeah. And then she goes, are you being followed? And she's looking, because there's some guy coming up the driveway. And so he runs around his car and ducks behind a tire. And then you see Max. Max must have been looking out the window because he runs down with 2 guns, one for him, one for Bobby, I guess, And we find out it's General Martin, and she's acting like she was watering the garden. And if they doing all this, he had to see them coming up the driveway, really. So she says hello to General Martin, and then she introduced him to Max and Bobby, and he says who he is, and he said, oh my God, General. And he said, you know me? He said, who doesn't know you around these parts? He said, he was saying how they need to meet up and talk. And he's like, okay, where we going to meet? At your house? And no, not at my house. No. And he said, nowhere. We can't even meet in the town because there's a lot of activity going on. What kind of activity? Surveillance activity. He said, he said, we can't meet nowhere near town because the skies have eyes. That's where that came in. The sky have eyes. And he said, all over this city. And so he said, don't call me. I will call you and I'll be back. So that was that part. And it ended with Donald calls Hunter and tells him about the situation with Jason. And Hunter is right there with Victoria. And he was like, Victoria keeps saying, where was he? Where was he? And he doesn't want to tell. He doesn't want to tell her. And she consistently kept asking him. And then he said, well, Jason got out and that's what happened and da-da-da-da. And then Sam walks up and says, we're having trouble locating your son. And Hunter starts messing with him. And he asks him, are you all of you Secret Service that's damn stupid? Are y'all all this damn stupid? And he was like, yeah, you're stupid and incompetent and this. And he just was ringing in on him. I'm going to get rid of all the entire detail. I'm going to get y'all all scrubbed and get new people up in here. And he said, no, sir, we are neither stupid or incompetent. It's just that your son is, he said, my son is what? He said, your son is very clever. He said, yeah, okay. And Victoria's looking at him and stuff. She's like, don't yell at my man. Don't yell at my man, baby. Don't yell at my man. Anyway, let me stop. What else happened? There was something else I was saying about that. He said, oh, he's more clever than you, all these Secret Service men. He said, Victoria, and this is who you want. This is who you want, this little dipshit, this moron, this. I mean, he was like, and then all of a sudden, Victoria asked Sam to find out where Jason was. And in the background, you see Priscilla coming up with a tray and a silver platter, with the little round thing on it. And she walking up and she said, Sam, find out where Jason was. And Hunter said, you better not. You stay right here. I am the doctor and president of the United States. And you're going to listen to me. You're going to stay right here and stuff. And Priscilla comes over and with the platter and she's staring at Victoria. What are you staring at? What is wrong? What are you staring at? Did you not hear me? She was like, and Hunter's like, is she hard of hearing too? And she looked like her mind was taken over, like something with, like she was possessed. She really looked possessed. And this might have something to do with her, them a couple of episodes back, saying that she needed to see that doctor and talk to them, like something was wrong with her. She must turn into somebody or have a split personality. She got something going on, because she kind of like, you saw her staring and stuff. And Victoria's like, Sam is trying to talk to her, babe. Maybe you want to go and turn and go back to the kitchen and da. And he sees that gloss in her eyes and she's staring and stuff. And Victoria's like, bitch. Do you not hear me? Is anybody home? Hello. And she comes out of nowhere and takes that top off. Puts the gun. I don't know why she had the gun like that. She might as well just came down the hall like this. And she grabbed that gun and went, whoo, and shot real quick and hit Victoria, because I saw blood splatter. She hit Victoria and Sam shot her. He shot his wife. He shot his wife. His job is to serve and protect as a secret service person. Agent. He was supposed to protect the FLOTUS and POTUS. That's his job. FLOTUS and POTUS. And he was like, Papa, it didn't matter if it's your damn wife. And that's how it ended. So y'all let me know down in the comment section how y'all felt about this episode. What y'all thought. Did anybody see that coming? I know I saw previews with them shooting with guns facing each other. But she was a good shot. She was like, pop, pop. Anyway. Y'all let me know how y'all feel. And don't forget, I need you to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Subscribe, like, comment, share. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. It's your girl, Barbie J, saying peace.